Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. In this episode, we are going to see what happens if there is a full-on Israeli nuclear attack upon Iran. This would simulate an attack by Iran on Israel, possibly with a dirty bomb, chemical weapons, and the Israeli response, an overwhelming Israeli response, and what that would look like. Here we go. So we have a number of Israeli Jericho 3s that have been launched against Iran. In this scenario, we believe the Israelis are launching 90% of their nuclear capability at various targets in Iran. These Jericho 3s are armed with 400 kiloton nuclear devices. So unlike the 12 kiloton nuclear devices that we observed with India and Pakistan, these are much bigger nuclear devices. You can see the very first one that detonated in this locale. It was Havoy. How do you say that? Havoy? Kavoy? And that one strike in that area resulted in 214,000 Iranian fatalities. And we continue. Multiple hits. Is that going to strike? No. To the west of Tehran. Interesting. Near the border of Afghanistan. And now we have Israeli aircraft inbound with additional nuclear weapons. Let's speed this up. We have the launch of nuclear-tipped cruise missiles by the Israelis. Now, this secondary strike by aircraft could be as devastating as the initial Jericho 3 ballistic missile strike. Let's pause this very briefly and let's see what the casualty estimates look like with an all-out Jericho 3 attack against Iran. So as of right now, using those Jericho 3 weapons, 5,106,000 Iranians have perished. And we can see the cities that have been hit. Obviously, the Israelis are going after some Iranian military infrastructure. The closest to Tehran, the Israelis struck, was to the northwest, to the northeast, near the Black Sea. Multiple hits near the Black Sea. 2 hits here. One very close to the Iraqi border, causing fatalities in Iraq. And we also know that the one closer to the Afghan border also caused casualties inside of Afghanistan. And you can see the fallout that have occurred thus far. So let's continue. As these Israeli F-16Is, F-15s are inbound, hitting targets, This is the full weight of the Israeli military launching a nuclear strike. And Tehran has been devastated by multiple nuclear strikes. Another cruise missile strike. So we will pause, we will recalculate, and it was about 5 million from the Jericho 3 strikes. We'll let this load. And there's about 10% of the Israeli arsenal remaining. They use 90% of their nuclear weapons on this strike. So there we have it. 14,439,000 Iranians have perished in an all-out nuclear strike by the Israelis. Now, obviously, the scenario in the other parts of the world continues, and we are seeing that. But this specifically was designed to see what would happen with an Israeli strike on Iran. And you can see Tehran itself took a number of hits. Looks like 2 lower yield weapon systems were used, probably in the 15 to 20 kiloton range. And then just to the east, or not to the east, this was downtown Tehran that was hit. If we get it even closer, we can kind of see the magnitude of the destruction, and we can see the fallout that occurred as well. The green and the blue surrounding these detonations was created by casualties. Blast effects, radiation effects have caused these casualties expanding out from the blast zone. Go to the fires. You can see the blast radius near downtown. And again, the casualties. So that is one of the main deterrents that Israelis have against any sort of future facing Iranian attack on Israel. 14 million Iranians. Have a good day.